Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Our breakfast today, ramen noodles, you can see them, with a hard-boiled egg and some anchovies put in. I also sprinkled some lemon juice on it, and I couldn't find my hot sauce. I couldn't find it in the kitchen, so I sprinkled some red cayenne pepper on it. Anchovies are anchovy fillets. They come from Goya. That company really makes a lot of good stuff. I guess it's a big company down south, South America, Mexico. I don't know. I should buy stock in it. I should live so long as to have money to buy stock. Anchovy fillets. Very good. I love them on pizza. How about you? Well, let's taste this mess. Now, ramen noodles, of course, are a mainstay. Anywhere, everywhere. I love them. Can't get enough of them. Good. That's good. Oh, I forgot I put some cilantro at the bottom. I found it in the refrigerator and it looked about ready to grow legs and walk away. So I put some in here. Oh, that's delicious. The anchovies are so salty, and I didn't put the flavor packets in the ramen, so the two balance together very nicely, and the lemon juice goes very well. Dessert today will be Goya mango wafers. You know, I should have Goya pay me to advertise all this, shouldn't I? And we're drinking grape Kool-Aid. I'm sorry to say that the chest pains came back last night. I don't think it's my heart, though. I think it's a muscle thing. It's the external muscles on the outside, not the heart muscle. I think that it comes from sitting in the recliner far too long every day. That's where I work, is sitting in a recliner with my feet up, because my feet tend to swell as the day goes on if I'm just plain sitting up. So I've been sitting in the recliner with my feet up, and I think it's given me some kind of muscular contraction up here, my upper chest. So I think today we'll try not to use the recliner. We'll do something else. I don't know what. Maybe stand up. I tell you what, anybody who wants to start a family, really, you only need two things. And if you have these two things, I think you'll make it. One is a year's supply of ramen noodles, and the other is a year's supply of disposable diapers. If you have those two items, I think you can make a go of it as a family. For those of you who care at all, and I know there are not many, I did write another poem for Mitt Romney today, and I put it in the New York Post. So you'll find it there if you want. I don't think it was a good poem. Even as I finished it up, I was thinking, oh, this is pretty bad. Not false humility, believe me. Anybody who looks at it is going to say, oh, that is not Tim's best. And may still get some reactions from a critic or two. Oh yeah, that anchovy, wow. Great. And who knows, when Mitt gets in the White House, maybe He'll reward me for my poetic services by making me Poet Laureate, if we still have such a position, do we? Or Poet to the Library of Congress. I know they got something like that. I wouldn't mind that job. Of course, I guess I'd have to shut up about political things, social things. I don't think I'd be allowed to write my own opinion. When you're a government employee, can you do that? I don't think you can express your own opinions. Probably not. I don't know either why this particular video is so dark. I mean, the sunlight is back there. I'm in the shadow, but this is how I always do it. And I always do it about the same time of day, too. So, maybe the PC's on the fritz. I don't know. But getting back to my bad poem. Now, you know they give out grants to artists, writers, painters, sculptors, performance artists. I've never figured out what that is, but I'd sure like to be one. They give them grants so they can produce more work. If I were king, I'd give out grants to artists, like they do to farmers, to plow everything under. Why not give a painter $50,000 and say, okay, don't paint anything this year. Please, no more of your crap. Use this money to take a cruise, get drunk, you know, open a laundromat. Be useful. Why don't you open a laundromat? That's what we need. We don't need more paintings, not your paintings anyways. That might go over well. I'd be behind it. I'd rather see the government pay artists money to get rid of their stinky artwork than to foist it on us, the unsuspecting public. Oh, don't I sound like a politician now? Oh, I wonder what I'm running for. Trouble with ramen noodles is they lose their heat so fast. Well, I don't have it in very much broth. That's part of the problem. I should have let more broth stay in. Shrimp flavored, by the way. Shrimp. It's about the only flavor I can stand for ramen noodles. I understand that ramen noodles were invented right after World War II in Japan as starvation food to keep the Japanese from starving to death. Their rice crop was gone, so they just, you know, made flour noodles, ramen noodles. They're real quick. You don't even have to cook them if you don't want. I mean, the Thais eat them raw as a snack, just like potato chips. I've tried that, but I don't recommend it. I'm afraid they'll expand in my stomach, you know. It's like my mother. Now, I know she loved me and had my best interest at heart. All mothers do. It goes without saying. That's why I said it in this video. And by the way, arts grants people, I would love to accept your money not to do any more of these videos, so keep me in mind, okay? Where was I? Oh, my mother. Ramen noodles, swelling in the stomach. When I was little and we'd be eating watermelon, you know, every once in a while I'd swallow a seed. And she'd say, oh, don't swallow the seeds, Timmy. Don't swallow those seeds. A watermelon vine will start to grow in your stomach. It'll come right up your throat and go right out your ears and nose. Well, of course, she was joking. It was a joke, but I was terrified. I thought that really might happen. I spent some bad summer nights as a kid. Listening to my stomach rumble, wondering if that was the watermelon vine starting to grow. I look back and I have to wonder, how did I ever survive my childhood? I look back at my own kids, the way I raised them for a while anyways, and I wonder the same thing. How did they ever survive? The way I parented, or didn't. I'm expecting a class action lawsuit any day from them. Parental malpractice. I never tried to abuse them, but it's like you don't really know a lot when you're a young parent. You learn after they're grown and gone. Then it's like, well, why didn't I do that? Strange thing is, some of my kids like me, actually. They say they do, anyways. And they're not saying that to get money from me. That much I know. That really is one benefit of being broke when you're old, is you really find out what your kids think of you. They know they're not going to get any money from you. And they also know that maybe someday they're going to have to let you live with them or pay for your nursing home or something just to keep you off the streets. So if they really do love you, if they really think fondly of you, they'll still treat you nice. And if they don't, well, they'll distance themselves for one reason or another. Of course, I've given my kids some reasons to distance themselves, I guess. One of these things just fell in my Kool-Aid. Disgusting. Well, we really haven't talked about much. I think the best idea to come out of this breakfast meeting with Ramen Noodles was to pay artists not to produce anything like we do. We pay farmers not to produce corn and wheat, milk, stuff like that. I don't think that's an original idea with me. I doubt it. I bet someone like Art Buchwald came up with it. Anybody remember him? Well, I love to read his column. I don't know why I didn't turn out to be another Art Buchwald. I should have. I really should have. Yes, I should. I suppose if I had, I wouldn't be remembered any more than he's remembered right now. Does anybody remember Art Buchwald? Well, you'll have to Google him. There's a concept. You can Google things. I can just see Groucho Marx in a movie. Or no, Mae West in a movie. Sauntering up the staircase, turning around and giving her shoulder a little shrug, saying, "Come up and Google me sometime, big boy."